welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I am unboxing heart ornaments from Home Craftology. So Home Craftology are a company that I know pretty well by now. I bought my very first diamond painting from them in 2019. I've bought more diamond paintings from Home Craftology than any other company. So I'm very familiar with them, and over the past 3 years I've been watching as they develop and progress and improve. Initially they had double-sided adhesive, and they upgraded that to poured glue, and then they upgraded their canvas, so now they have a self-flattening canvas. And recently they upgraded their kits, so instead of getting the strings of 200 bags, the little bags that hold 200 drills, they upgraded that, and now they do resealable bags that are already labelled and numbered. They have also upgraded their diamond painting drills. They are much more even. I did an unboxing of one called Roaring Tiger, and I actually did a video comparing the new Home Craftology drills to the new Diamond Art Club drills as a direct comparison. So if you're interested in seeing that, I'll put a link up here and you can have a look and see what you think. So the latest improvement they've done is they have started to include AB drills. So they sent me this one to do a review on, to let me see the AB drills, and obviously to let you see them as well. So this arrived this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 6 and I had a message on my phone that a package was at the front door. So I opened the door and this box was sitting there. Now, this is the first thing. This box should be square. You can see it is not. It's been well bashed and totally knocked out of shape. It's more a diamond shape than a square now. There is a kink in it, but I'm hoping that the canvas has survived it. There's only one way to find out. I mean, obviously it didn't leave Home Craftology like this. It's just the postal service can't read or don't care. I mean, it is well labelled, fragile, both ends, handle with care, do not bend, all the usual stuff, but the postal service somewhere, I'm not sure where en route, has decided to totally ignore that. So it comes in a grey bag, and it has a label on it with a thumbnail that you can't really make out, but it does have the name. You can see it's got the size 40 by 45, AB square, so it has ABs, square drills, AB heart ornaments. So again, it's mentioning the ABs, and the size again, square, no frame. You can actually order frames from Home Craftology at the same time as you're ordering your diamond painting. They do magnetic frames, so if you're looking to get a frame, you can order that at the same time. So the big thing is the box. Hopefully, as I said, it hasn't damaged things too much, but there's only one way to find out. So I'll get out the blunt scissors that I still haven't placed and cut through the end, hopefully. It's going to take a bit more than that. I really should change these scissors. I say that every time, I'm never getting into doing it. So I'll cut along here to open it a bit easier. So we've got the standard Home Craftology box. I can see the colours and the logo on the end of the box. So we'll open it up. As you can see, the box is pretty much trashed. I'm just glad that there's nothing really breakable in the diamond painting kits. I mean, the canvas isn't going to break, the drills aren't going to break, but the main concern is the canvas badly creased. I'm really hoping it isn't. So now we can get a real look at the condition of the box. It is anything but square. Now, this is the very first time that I've had a box like this, and I have had a lot of diamond paintings from them. So it's just really bad postal service. So once you open it, this is also a new thing. What they have done now is they put a sticker on the box, so you get a thumbnail, so you can see which diamond painting it is. Very useful thing when you order maybe 2 or 3 diamond paintings and you want to do reviews, because if you don't have a thumbnail on the box, you have 3 boxes that look exactly the same and you don't know which kit is in which box, which is a pain for me. So thankfully they have now changed that. They now put a thumbnail on, which I am very pleased to see. The other thing is that if maybe you buy a kit for yourself and one for a friend, maybe as a birthday or a Christmas present, you get 2 boxes and no thumbnail, you don't know which box is which, so you have to open it up to find out, which you might not want to do if it's a gift. So all kits from now on will have a colour thumbnail, so really nice to see that. So that's another little upgrade. In the past they didn't come with anything. So we'll open it up, fingers crossed, or should I show you the box, or what's left of the box? So we have Home Craftology Premium 5D Diamond Painting Kit. We have the Home Craftology logo, we have Home Craftology 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you have any problems with the kit, all you have to do is email customer service on the website, and they will help you. They will do their best to fix the problem, possibly even replace things that are damaged if there's no other option. Features: recommended ages 10 to 99, includes wax, adhesive canvas and all rhinestones required. homecraftology.com. And instructions: unravel canvas in small sections as you work, dip the pen tool in the wax to help pick up rhinestones, match the symbols on the canvas to the colours in the legend, get in the zone and create your masterpiece. And that is it as far as the box is concerned. So the moment of truth. If I squeeze it, I can nearly get it back into a square, but it's more like a diamond. So we have the diamond painting pouch or bag, which has the Home Craftology logo, and it has drawstrings at the end, so you can pull it tight and keep things out. This bag would come in useful for someone who travels with their diamond painting, maybe takes it with them to work. I know that some people do it. Maybe take it on vacation, maybe take it if you're taking a weekend away and having a break somewhere. You can take your diamond painting with you, just roll it up with the drills on the outside if it's a work in progress, to stop the drills popping off, and you can take this with you. So comes in handy if you are that type of person that likes to take your diamond paintings elsewhere, or maybe even if you're going to visit a friend and diamond paint together, that type of thing. So it's definitely something that could be handy. Comes with every kit, a little bag, and then we'll open it up and see the canvas is actually rolled with the picture on the outside. Normally it's on the inside, but it doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter. Just checking the bag that I haven't missed anything. Comes with a nice blue ribbon. Again, if you're doing this as a gift, nice little touch, the blue ribbon. So before I look at the canvas, even though we've seen part of it, I'm going to check what's inside. So we have the drills, we have the toolkit, and we have some release paper. I don't know how much is in it. This is what Home Craftology call butter paper, but it is release paper. Oops, I don't know what that was. So I'll put that to the side and we'll have a look at the release paper. Now, as I said, they call it butter paper, but it is used as release paper, which means in fact I'll talk about that in a bit, because there's more than one way to use this stuff. I'll talk about that when we get to the canvas. So we have a few sheets. We don't have enough to cover the whole canvas. This is really just to let you try it and see if it's something you would use. You can actually work with only a few sheets, and that's why I want to talk about that in a bit. You don't need to have enough sheets to cover the whole thing at one time, but I'll explain that in a bit. So that's the release paper, or butter paper, whatever you prefer to call it. And we have the kit. So we have the pen, which normally is inside the bag. It's outside the bag this time. Standard diamond painting pen. Only real difference is it's not pink. So it's clear, and it has little pieces of glitter inside it. It has the standard single placer diamond painting pen tip, which just comes out if you wiggle it. Just keep wiggling it back and forward. You can take the tip out. So this is the standard pen tip. The good thing about them being able to come out is that you can swap them. If you have a diamond painting pen that takes these tips, you can take the tip out and keep it as a spare, just in case the tip gets damaged, because they're made of brass and they are very thin around the edges and they can get damaged. So if you buy multiple diamond painting kits, you can just keep the tip if you want, or you can keep the whole pen. But if you have a custom pen, most of them take these tips, so keep them as spares. They could come in handy. So that's a standard pen. Then we have a squidgy, pink squidgy. So these things slide over the pen. Sometimes they can be pretty tight to get on. It takes a little bit of effort, and this one is going to do that. So I'm not going to waste too much time trying to slide it, but they do slide on. The good thing about them being so tight is they don't slide off too easily when you're working with them. But the idea of these things is they thicken the diameter of the pen. They are soft, so they're more comfortable, a bit squidgy and springy. So if you have difficulty holding this sort of small diameter for any length of time, the squidgy can definitely help. As I said, usually they are pretty tight. It takes a little bit of pulling to get them on, but that's it. So you hold it like that. It makes the pen a bit thicker, a bit spongier, just a bit more comfortable. So it's quite nice to have that. Then we have the little tub. It has the pink wax, which you need to pick up the drills, and you get one disc, quite a thick disc of pink wax. The thing to remember if you're totally new is if you get pink wax, it has a clear cover on it to stop it drying out. So when you go to push the pen into the wax, remember to peel back the cover. or you'll be trying all day and getting no wax and wondering why you can't pick up the drills. So the cover is on both sides. Normally once I start the wax, whatever side I start on, I always just peel that side and I leave the other side on all the time. It's just something I do. I don't take off either side and let it dry out, so I tend to just use one side. So little tub which helps to stop it drying out as well. So you can put your pink wax back in there when you're finished. Makes it easy to find as well, the fact it's in this little tub. And we get the standard diamond painting tray with a spout. A lot of kits that you get are little green trays. They don't have the spout. The spout comes in handy when you're pouring drills back into containers or bags. It just means that you can aim them better back in to the container. If you don't have a spout, the drills can quite easily go everywhere except where you want them to go when you're trying to pour them back in, so it's nice to have that. The only thing is the sides of the tray are angled, and that means that if you're diamond painting, again this is for people who are new or maybe thinking about diamond painting, if you have your tray sitting down and you've got your drills in it and you're working on it and you accidentally touch the side, the tray will flip over very, very easily. So that's just a word of warning to people who are new, something to be aware of before you start diamond painting. Don't touch the side of the tray, it will flip over, your drills will end up on your glue, and your first job is going to be picking the drills back up and putting them back in the tray. So standard tray though, nice to see the nozzle, makes it a bit easier, especially if you use Tic Tac containers. This nozzle fits exactly inside the top of a Tic Tac box, so that is what I use, so I find it very handy. So that's the kit, pretty basic kit, no multiplacer, but you do get the squidgy. I like the fact that the wax is in a little container, helps to stop it drying out, and that's it. So now we'll have a look at the drills. I am really curious to see these ABs, because up until now Home Craftology have not been doing ABs. So you get the long bag and it should have a glue strip, and it has. I'm just trying to find the end. So these bags normally don't open at the end, they open along the side, just for, again, for anybody that's new. So you just peel it back very noisily, always the noisiest part of the video, and if you're careful you can slide the bags out and keep them in order. Usually they're in numerical order, which makes things easy. Normally I just tend to dump them out on the table and then sort them out later. So get rid of that. Before we look at the drills, let's see what we've got here. So this is the key, or the inventory sheet, some people call it that. I see it's been revamped, which is nice. So you get this part here is basic instructions on how to diamond paint if you've never done it before. You get a colour thumbnail of your picture, you get the size, and you can see AB, so it means it's got ABs, and SQ, square drills. So we have the key is numbered, which is nice, that hasn't always been there. So it starts number 1 and goes in order down to the bottom, so we can tell we've got 44 colours in this particular diamond painting. Then we have the symbol, which you will see on the canvas. Then we have DMC, so they have the DMC code, which is a standard way of numbering colours. The one that I normally talk about, because it's easy to remember, is 310. DMC code 310 is black, so anytime you see a kit that has the DMC codes, if you see the number 310, it's black. And the same thing for all the colours. Each colour, all the numbers, each number is a specific colour. Rather than just having blue, there are many shades of blue, and each shade has a number. So nice to see that. And then we've got bag. So yeah, that's something that I need to check. We'll see. So it says bag 6 for number 1. So if I can find number 1, which is in here somewhere. Right. Number 1. Now, for me, this is confusing. There is only one bag of each colour. So why we have bag 6, I don't know. For us it doesn't mean anything, so preferably to avoid confusion, I think it would be better if that column wasn't there, because we only have one bag. It says 6. I think this may go back to when they used to do the small bags of 200, but we don't need to know that. All we need to know is there's one bag of number 1. So maybe that's something that could be changed. Again, weight isn't relevant to us. We don't need to know the weight of the bag. That is how they're sorted. It's done by machine. It weighs the drills, they know the weight of the drills, and it calculates the weight according to the number of drills you need for a specific colour. It automatically adds extra drills. So the idea behind that is, obviously it's faster because the machine's doing it, but it's more accurate because it purely goes by weight and it's all calculated. In the past, it was somebody had to stand there and count small bags, and people make mistakes. So it's to help make things more accurate. All you need to do now, rather than having to count all these little bags and add them up, normally, unless you've got a lot of one colour, you will get one bag of each colour. So all you have to do is go through the list. I'm not going to do it now. I have done it in the past. It just takes up time. But basically what I would do is, I picked up the bag, and this one's number 1. It happens to be number 1. And I'll get a pen. I would just look. Number 1, I've got number 1. So I would just put a little check mark beside it. And then I would just, rather than trying to find number 2 and doing them in order, I would just pick up whatever bag I find next. Number 39. 39 is way down at the bottom. As I said, they're in numerical order, so 39, yep, I've got that. So that's all you're doing, you're just checking them off to say I've got it. The bag number, as I said, means nothing to us, and the weight means nothing to us, so all we're looking at is the first number. Number 27, we've got one bag, check. So we go through this pile, check them off as we find them, put them into that pile. At the end, you should have a check mark at every number, then you know you've got all the colours. You don't need to count the bags. That's the big difference in prep time. In the past, you would have individual bags of 200, and sometimes it could be hundreds of those bags, depending on the size of the diamond painting. I did have a custom that I did a way back, and I had 350 bags of black, and I had to count 350 bags, and that was just for black. Nowadays it would be maybe a big bag of black, or I mean that was a lot of black, or maybe it would be 2 or 3 big bags of black. It just saves so much time. The other big thing is the fact that they are resealable bags. So again, especially if you're new, if you put your bags in numerical order so you can find them easily, you're working on your diamond painting, all you do is look for the number that you need, and you pour the drills into your tray, use some that you need, and the rest pour back in the bag and put it back again. You don't need any kind of storage system, so no extra expense, which is really good for people who are just starting, just beginning. you don't need to think about Tic Tac containers or Harbour Freight or Elizabeth Ward, or you'll hear about all these different storage systems that people use. You can work from the bags very easily, so that, I think that's a huge thing. Makes it nice and easy for people, especially when they're starting out. So we'll have a look, and I can see one of the ABs. So AB drills, again, if you've never heard of them, AB is short for Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights, and it's just a name that was given to these drills because they have a special coating on them, and depending how the light hits them, they reflect different colours. So these are orange, but when the light hits them they can be yellow, blue, purple, green. It just depends how the light hits them, and it is very random, which gives a really nice effect when you walk past. You'll see these ones, they just twinkle more than the rest of the drills, and it is a really nice effect. They're normally used sparingly, just so you get the occasional little twinkle here, there and everywhere, rather than the whole thing being all like bling. It's a nice effect and I like it, as long as it's used subtly. I don't know, okay, I was going to say I don't know, I should look at the sheet. So that is it actually for this picture. There is only one AB, it is marked there, 740 AB. So none of the rest have AB beside them, so let's just look at Spot it, I think. So the only ABs in this, and I've got a blue one there by accident, but the only ABs in this picture are these orange ones, and I'll guess that they will be scattered through the picture, so you just get these little sparkles like stars basically, and I think it works really well. I prefer to have fewer than more ABs. I think it just gives a better effect. So quick look at the drills, square drills, and the thing that I check for is that they're nice and loose in the bag, which these are. It means that you don't have any oil or anything inside the bag. If that happens from the machines, the drills clump together and you have to figure out how to get that off the drills. So nice and loose, that is the main thing that I'm looking for. I'm also looking at how square the drills are. Now I know these are the new ones, and I'm actually still working. In fact, Roaring Tiger is underneath here, it's a work in progress. They are the best fitting drills that I have tried so far, and I have tried quite a few companies. They are very clean, and they fit really closely, not too tight, because if you get them too tight they will pop because they start to press against each other and they pop up. So far, and I've done I think about nearly three quarters of the picture, I haven't had any problems at all with the popping, and the gaps are very small. So if you're the type of person that doesn't do squares because of the gaps, I would suggest maybe you should try Home Craftology. But again, I put a link earlier where I compared them to Diamond Art Club square drills, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. It's just obvious. There's no trickery or photoshopping or anything. It's just a straight comparison, and I think it's obvious how much these fit better. So just having a look again, just having a look to see that the loose is the main thing, and to see if I can see little burrs and misshapen drills and things. But to be fair, you tend not really to notice that sort of thing until you're diamond painting. So the Roaring Tiger that I'm working on, I'm not having any problems with the drills at all, and these are the new ones as well, so I'm not expecting any problems with them. Nice bright colours, that was the reason I got this. I do like brightly coloured diamond paintings, so when I saw this one, this is very bright. I thought, yeah, I like that one. So plenty of colour, 44 colours in this one. So the last thing is to look at the canvas and see how it survived, if it survived. I'll just carefully dump these on the floor, but I have to be a bit careful with them because I don't want the bags popping as I drop them on the floor. So just carefully. Okay, piece of bag. Okay, so now crunch time or squash time. Yeah, one side isn't too bad, the other side's a little bit more, and there is a definite ding here. So we'll take the ribbon off. I declare this diamond painting open. So new canvas, as I said, relatively new. They upgraded their canvas, so we've now got the wavy edge on it, and the purpose of that is to stop threads coming off and fraying around the edges of the canvas. So this prevents that happening, so that's a nice thing to add. It is still their self-flattening canvas, definitely different from most. They have some kind of backing on it. I don't know exactly what it is or how it works, but I do know that it works. So when you take the canvas out and you unroll it and put it down, it's ready to go. So no putting the canvas under the bed or under the mattress for a few days, or putting heavy books on it, that sort of thing. The more I leave it, the more it's going to lay down. It's just the way it works. It's designed that the weight will, I think I've just realised what's been dropped. I don't know where it went, but I found a cap for tweezers, and I'm going to have to do a bit of searching to find them, but I do know what they are like. They are the very sharp pointed ones. I'm going to have a very quick look. I just heard something hit the floor when I opened it, but I'm not exactly sure where it went. So I'm not going to be able to find the exact tweezers, but I'll show the ones that I normally use. They aren't the same colour, but the tweezers that came with this that I'll have to find are exactly the same as these, except they're black. So they are heavy duty tweezers. They aren't cheap tin. The cheaper ones are very, very soft, and it can be hard to hold a drill. You tend to find that you're squeezing really hard to try and hold the drill, and because you squeeze really hard, the drill pings off. Really, really annoying. These ones are metal, they're not tin, and it's very easy to control the pressure. Takes a bit of practice, but this is what I use. I use these tweezers all the time on square drills, and I don't have any problems. But again, it takes practice, and I have done some videos about how to use tweezers for diamond painting. It takes patience. If you don't have patience, use a pen. So this cap came from tweezers that look like this, except they're black. That's why I can't see them. They're under the desk somewhere. And this is the cover. I would recommend that you always put the cover back on them. They are very, very sharp, and you don't want any accidents. You don't want the kids picking them up and playing with them. You don't want any pets accidentally standing on them or trying to eat them. So that is a good idea. I did actually see a picture, I can't remember which group it was in, where someone had actually dropped their tweezers by accident, and the picture was the tweezers sticking in the floor. It was a wooden floor, and they were standing upright and just basically stuck straight in. So they are very sharp, so something to be aware of. So I'll look for the tweezers that came with it later. I know they're there because I heard something hit the floor and I realised what it is. So as I said, we've got self-flattening canvas, we've got Home Craftology logo, their code for this particular picture, AB 40 by 50, so 40 centimetres across, 50 centimetres down, SQ square, and then we've got the key down the side, so 1 to 44, and then we've got all the symbols, which are nice big boxes, easy to read, and then we've got the DMC code. So it's poured glue, we have the clear cover, and we'll have a little look at the print quality. So if I hold it up to the light, you can see the glue nice and shiny and nice and sticky. So just having a look at the symbols and seeing how easy it is to read. So no problems at all reading this, very, very clear. The other thing that I like about Home Craftology is they have a grid, so you actually have a square as a guideline when you're placing the drills. Not all companies do it. Some companies have the symbols but they don't have a grid, which can make it a bit more difficult to line up your drills. So I like the fact that they have the grid there. The symbols are nice, very, very clear actually, very nice. No problems at all reading that. I'm actually surprised how well it survived. As you saw, the box was really badly damaged. And just going to lift this back up so I've not got that wave. Yeah, the box was very badly damaged, but it did its job and protected the canvas, surprisingly, but it did it. As I said, I've bought a lot of diamond paintings from Home Craftology, and this is the very first time I've had a box in this condition, and I'll blame the postal service for that. I'm sure it was not sent out like that. So it's good that it worked. I mean, it did its job as it said, and no problems with the canvas. So we have the key on the left hand side, the key on the right hand side, but we also have the paper key. I was going to mention the release paper. Now the way that I work is when I'm going to do a diamond painting, the first thing I do is take the whole cover off. Doesn't matter if it's poured glue or double-sided adhesive. I take the whole cover off, and then I place release paper down. So I normally start where I'm going to finish. So in these smaller ones I can reach the whole thing this way, so I would start putting them down up here and work backwards, just have them slightly overlapping so that I can pick them up easily, and put them down on the canvas. Don't have enough, I'm pretty sure, yeah, don't have enough. So basically the 3 sheets, I've got 4, but 3 sheets, in fact I've got 5. The 3 sheets will cover that. So I would work putting these sheets down backwards, so I end up at this bottom corner with the sheets like that. I'm not going to stick them on just now because I'm not going to do it just now, but I would end up like this. So what I would do is the whole thing would be covered, and I would take this one off, and then I would fill in this section. Once that's done, I would move on to the next section, up to there, and then finish. If you only have a few sheets like this, what you can do is you can peel this back far enough that you can get these on. So I would work 3 at a time, so it would be that one, then that one, and the clear sheet would be folded back to here, and then I would start this section. So I would take that off and I would diamond paint in here, If I didn't finish it in that particular session, I would put it back and let it stick to the areas of glue that were still there. If the section was finished, I wouldn't bother putting this back. When I'm finished diamond painting, that, as I said, if I still had stuff to do, that would go back. Then I would fold the clear sheet over the top. If this was finished, I would take that away and I would fold the clear sheet over the top. And all that does is stops dust getting in between the drills, or pet hairs or eyelash hairs or whatever, crumbs and things. Just keeps it clean. So then, if this was completed, the next time I came to diamond paint, I would peel off this one. Again, I would fold the sheet back, and the top cover, I would fold it back. I would work on this area. If I didn't finish it, again, I would put this sheet back. If I did finish it, I would fold the cover back over when I'm done. Then the next time I'd come to this one, peel that off, do exactly the same thing. So then this section would be covered in drills. So then I would go up and I would put 3 sheets again. So you don't need to have the whole thing covered. You can work it that way. You can cover it with 1 row, fold up your cover, work on this. When it's finished, fold the cover further up, put on another 3, in this case another 3, and do that. So I've got five sheets there. I only really need 3 and I can work it. So you don't need to have the whole thing covered. After saying that, that's the way that I do it. I cover the whole thing, but it was just to show that you don't need to cover the whole thing at one time. So that is pretty much it. A very, very colourful diamond painting. Again, it's just something that I like. Colour in diamond paintings is definitely an attraction for me. So it's going to be interesting to see the bees, and once this is done, I will do another video and let people see exactly what it is about ABs that people like, and why using them sparingly is, it can be, as far as I'm concerned, it's actually better to have them sparingly than filling whole sections with ABs. Just a bit too blingy for me. But yeah, I'm working on Roaring Tiger at the moment. If you want to see that in the progress, you can follow me on Instagram at Diamond Painting Gym, and you can see how far I've got. Once that one is finished, I'm going to start on this one, and you can maybe catch me on YouTube Live and see me actually working on it, and maybe drop in and have a bit of a chat. But that's it. So that was slightly bashed Home Craftology called Hat Ornaments. So that was Hat Ornaments from Home Craftology. The box was pretty badly damaged, but thankfully everything is fine. The canvas, I thought maybe creased, but it isn't. So everything is good in the end. Square drills, as I said, Home Craftology have just recently come out with totally new drills that they said were better cut, and I can definitely agree with that. After starting Roaring Tiger, that was the first kit that I got with the new drills, and I'm not having any problems with it at all. So nice kit. The AB drills are the new thing. Just one colour, but I think it's going to work very well. Sometimes people look for a lot of ABs. I think that fewer is better as far as ABs are concerned. Actually, this one up here has ABs, and it doesn't have a lot, but they work very well. As you walk past it, you see little twinkles in the sky, like little stars, and I really like that. So it was nice to see that Home Craftology are now doing ABs. They have developed and changed a lot in the past 3 years that I've been getting stuff from them. This one they sent me for review, I have to mention that as well, but I have bought a lot from Home Craftology, and they know that I've been following them for the past 3 years, so I think they just wanted me to have a look at the new drills and see what I thought. So I am very impressed with the new drills. The ABs I'll find out once I get working on this one, so that's going to be my next project. Not too big, 40 by 45 is a bit smaller than what I'm working on at the moment, but it's nice to do the smaller ones. You're not working on them quite as long. So looking forward to seeing it. 44 colours, again a lot of bright colour in it, and I do like bright colours in diamond paintings. So it all ended well, apart from losing the tweezers. I'm not sure exactly where they went. I'll have to crawl about under the table later and have a look for them. But I think what happened with them, thinking about it, is the pen wasn't in the toolkit bag, and I think what's happened is somebody's put the bag in, realised they've forgot the pen and the tweezers, and they've just put them inside, so they went in the bag, and when I tipped to the canvas, the tweezers slid out and disappeared somewhere under the table. Normally they would be in the bag, so I think that's what's happened, but the main thing is we've got them, and they are good tweezers. They aren't the cheap sort of tin ones that are just a bit too soft to really work with. So that is it. If you enjoyed the video, as always, please subscribe and hit the notification button. If you do that, you may catch me live on YouTube Live. I do random lives, and I work on the project that I'm working on at that moment, and people can drop in, have a bit of a chit chat, ask questions if they want. If you're new to diamond painting and you have some questions, feel free to drop in. If you have been diamond painting for a long time, please drop in just for a bit of a chit chat. Sometimes we talk about diamond painting, believe it or not, but a lot of the time we don't. We talk about various things like the weather. It's quite interesting to hear how the weather is in different parts of the country. I know it sounds boring, but it can be quite interesting. There are people that drop in and they never ever see the sea frozen. I had never seen it frozen either until I moved to Denmark, and in the winter time the sea froze between Denmark and Sweden, and I'd never seen anything like that before, so that was quite interesting for me. I know that some people drop in, live in Vegas. They are never going to see snow, so it's just interesting. I can't believe people actually live in Vegas. I could not handle that at all. Scottish people aren't designed for the heat. So anyway, that's it. So thanks for dropping in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.